Are you tired of having tight calves all the time? Well, today I'm going to go through some simple calf mobility exercises to make sure that you don't have tight calves anymore. Let's go. Biggest common error I see people doing is they only stretch one of the muscles. We actually have two major calf muscles. I'm going to explain how to stretch them differently and what they are. So the gastrocs, okay, that's a muscle that, think about it, being attaching to our heel, okay? So let's pretend that this is the gastrocs muscle. So it runs from our heel and then it runs behind the knee and attaches around here, okay? So we can stretch it by extending the leg. So see how the band gets taut when I straighten my leg, okay? But if I bend the knee, notice how the band gets loose. So the gastrocs is stretched when we have the leg straight. So we need to remember that. The soleus, however, attaches below the knee. So how we target the soleus calf muscle is the opposite. We target it by keeping the knee bent. So I'm going to show you how. I'm stretching this leg. It's going to be the one further back, okay? So we want to make sure that the heel isn't lifted up, okay? We want to make sure that the heel is planted. And then we're going to have this knee straight if we want to stretch the gastrocs. So again, I'm going to think about not having the knee bend. I'm going to push it all the way into that extension. And then I'm going to lean forward. Again, two common errors, not lifting up the heel and not bending the knee. So we're here, and then we're going to make it dynamic by going into a deeper stretch by lunging forward and coming off of the stretch, okay? And right now you can't see my upper body, but I'm holding onto the wall. So it looks like this. So you can do this exact same exercise to stretch the soleus, but you got it with the knee bent. So same idea. So now we want to have it bend in the knee. And now we're going to still lunge forward, okay? Putting pressure on that calf and that soleus, okay? To get a deeper stretch, I'm going to move a little bit further back. So again, I don't have the knee straight. I bend it. And then I progress deeper into the lunge. And you should feel this a little bit lower down here for that soleus stretch.
Here's a progression because now we're on a step. So here I'm stretching the gastrocs with both legs at the same time. And now when I bend my knees, I'm stretching the soleus with both legs at the same time. And now I've made it dynamic by going between soleus and gastrocs by bending and straightening the knee. Okay, now I'm going to progress into single leg because single leg is going to be a little bit more challenging and more specific to the muscle. So here's the stretch for the gastrocs. And then now I'm going to switch over to a stretch for the soleus by, you already know, bending the knee. So now I can make it dynamic as well in single leg. So here are some strengthening options. You always want to start with two legs at first. That's going to be not as challenging as single leg calf raises. I'm targeting the gastrocs here because my legs are straight. And then if you want to target strengthening the soleus, again, you would bend the knee. So the same thing applies for stretching and strengthening. And then as you see here, it kind of looks like I'm almost doing a mini squat. So the deeper you get, the more intensive it's going to be on that soleus. And then the progression is going to be on a step. So for the gastrocs, my legs are straight. I'm going down further into that range of motion. And then for the soleus, I bend the knee and I perform the exact same exercise, preferably on stairs and something a little bit more stable, in my opinion.
And last but not least, this is my favorite all-time calf mobility exercise that also gets your toes that I like to include in my warm-up before leg day. Check it out. I'm going to get into a plank position, okay? And I'm going to have my toes tucked. I'm going to show you from the other side as well. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to press through my toes so that I'm moving forwards and backwards in a tall plank. So what this is doing is I'm getting mobility through my foot and through my calf.
Here's a closer up look. I want you to look how my toes are moving into that nice extended position. And now you can progress again from two legs into one leg to make it a little bit more intensive. And I'm getting that nice stretch on my calf.
So there you have it, my favorite calf mobility exercises, how it can prevent it from coming back again. Hit subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I'll see you next day.